Today, NBA All-Stars Chris Paul and LeBron James take to the other hardwood. The round ball is traded in for the bowling ball as the PBA Tour joins forces with the Chris Paul Celebrity Invitational.
Weber has finally moved out in front in this tournament.
Durant has surpassed the late great Earl Anthony. Chris Barnes. He's got it.
Just 1 week until the Lumber Liquidators PBA Tour season officially begins in Wichita, Kansas. But what a warm-up act we have for you today as the NBA and PBA join forces in North Carolina. Glad you're with us in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I'm Rob Stone. What a fun way to get your bowling fix here today. We have 3 members from the Olympic gold medal winning Redeem Team, 3 former PBA Player of the Year, all here for the Chris Paul Celebrity PBA Invitational. Randy Peterson, Rob Stone here with you. Good to see you back here again, buddy. And the onus here tonight, it's not on the bowlers, it's really on the guys who earn their living on that other hardwood.
It really is. You know, the NBA stars are some of the greatest athletes in the world. Bowling being an athletic sport where they're going to have to summon all of their athletic skills to knock all 10 pins down. This competition, Rob, will come down to the NBA players and how well they perform.
And some wonderful NBA talent on hand. Dwayne Wade, Kevin Durant, Rudy Gay. Your number 2 seed, perhaps you've heard of him, LeBron James is in the house. And the number 1 seed, conveniently enough, your host for this week's worth of activities, Chris Paul, and Chris Paul by far the best bowler of the NBA stars. So you have 5 NBA greats, 5 PBAers divided into 5 teams of 2 in a stepladder tournament. The seeding was based on a 2-game total by the Hoopsters.
And our first matchup features Dwayne Wade and Tommy Jones. They'll take on Kevin Durant and Mitch Beasley. The winner of that match will take on our number 3 qualifier, Rudy Gay and Doug Kent. The winner of that match gets the King, LeBron James and Jason Couch. And the winner of that match meets our tournament leaders, the 2 Chris's, Chris Paul and Chris Barnes.
They are the prohibitive favorites today. So we begin with Dwayne Wade and Tommy Jones, the number 5 seed. And there's a look at Dwayne, the guard for the Miami Heat. He hosts his own charity bowling event in Chicago. We'll have more coverage of that a little bit later in our broadcast. And his partner, Tommy Jones, the 01-02 PBA Rookie of the Year, won 2 titles last season to bring his total to 12 in just 4 seasons.
All right, come on.
There is Dwayne Wade, a supremely athletic individual who has we were watching a warm-up, a bit of an odd follow-through, and he had trouble with the approach as well.
Nice start! Listen, it's D. Wade. You can say whatever you want. I'm not going to say anything bad about him. All I see is 10 in the pit.
Oh, and the sneer to boot. Oh, I love it! D. Wade came to play. Kevin Durant, reigning NBA Rookie of the Year, getting right to it.
How about another one?
Yeah!
You know, you thought these guys would be nervous coming in, bowling for the first time on the bright lights of the PBA Tour.
They are carrying them. Carrying them. Oh, this is great. Here's Mitch Beasley in his first televised appearance, trying to follow up back-to-back NBA strikes.
He's got to be nervous, right?
He had the strike. He had no choice. Oh, this is great. Who's going to be first to not strike? The money would not have been on Tommy Jones. And here's Jones trying to make it 4 for 4.
You think maybe the NBA guys were kind of laying low and qualifying?
There may have been some sandbagging going on back there.
I didn't even know they knew what sandbagging was.
These guys are smart. Jones. Oh, man. Wow, Dwayne Wade really got stuck having to be partners with Tommy Jones. It's tough, Dwayne Wade having to carry this guy.
I had no chance of striking.
And this is a spare.
And an open frame.
Right now, Dwayne Wade's looking for a substitution.
Dwayne Wade has the rental Rolls Royce
got 4
that is
frames.
parked in front, warmed up right now.
All right,
Did you
hold me
see
up.
those?
I did not.
Three Rolls Royces in front.
I thought one was yours.
Is that plural for Rolls Royce?
I thought one was yours, quite honestly.
Yeah, my Chevy Malibu's in the back. D-Wade, come on! Looking for 2 in a row. In early September in Chicago, Dwayne Wade held the D-Wade Young, Fly, and Flashy Weekend. PBAers Bill O'Neill and Sean Rash in attendance, and tonight's host, Chris Paul, was also there. All the benefits went to the Wade World Charities. Dwayne Wade averaged 24 points a game last season for Miami. A tough year for the Heat, but Wade, such a talented player. What's he do? He's working some arrows here. Little loft in the whip.
You're not supposed to watch me.
So back-to-back open frames for Team Dwayne Wade and Tommy Jones, your 5 seed.
Got us.
More coverage of the Chris Paul PBA Celebrity Invitational right after these messages.
The Lumber Liquidators PBA Tour on ESPN is brought to you by the brands of Ebonite International, building the best brands in bowling. By Lumber Liquidators, hardwood flooring for less. By Denny's, where America's favorite breakfast is now available to go. Real breakfast 24/7. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save 15% on your car insurance. Visit geico.com.
LeBron James and Rudy Gay still waiting their turn here at the Chris Paul PBA Celebrity Invitational, hosted by the AMF Winston-Salem Lanes in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. This is one of many events over the course of the last couple days here for Chris Paul's Winston-Salem weekend. Earlier it was the Bankers Ball, an evening with a cocktail reception, hors d'oeuvres, silent auction, and Paul and his coach Byron Scott there, as was reigning PBA Player of the Year winner Chris Barnes.
Well, this is a great event, and not only just because it's an event for charity, but because it's Chris. He is the most stand-up guy I've ever met, and the guy probably should have been Player of the Year this year, and to still be as humble. He asks about my kids. You know, he remembers things, and he meets millions of people. I don't know how he keeps up with his schedule and still stays so humble. It's really a credit to him, and I'm honored to be part of this.
Dwayne and his staff have done just a wonderful job over the last couple days, putting on so many events here. Not just bowling and, parties, but, actually giving back to the community on a regular basis. Here's Tommy Jones.
How you get that one? Yeah, teach me that one. I know, I need that one. You make that one?
Tommy Jones trying to figure out how Mitch Beasley tripped that 4-pin.
I need to
Where's
go
my
to the
trip
bullpen.
for?
Gets that spare conversion.
All right, come on,
There's
start
some relief.
A little bit.
Now, D-Wade was upset.
Can you call him D-Wade?
I think I can.
You're close enough?
Yeah. He was thoroughly upset at his last shot, his spare attempt. The NBA players were kind of talking to him while he was trying to shoot that spare. Can you talk to a player while they're shooting free throws?
Oh, yeah.
You can't. He should be used to it.
He didn't like that one. No, I don't. I think in kind of hushed tones, you can do some smack talking, but it's not at a conversational tone. These guys are used to distractions.
Can you talk to a guy while he's shooting free throws? Can you say things to him like, your bowling swing stakes, or while they're in the middle of an NBA game?
I'm not an official, but I think you might be able to get away with some stuff. Now you're starting to see why Dwayne Wade was the number 5 seed.
Come on, buddy.
Was that a smattering of booze I just heard about for Dwayne Wade? That's horrible. There's Kevin Durant bowling on oil today. Something I'm not sure he was aware of.
Oil patterns. What is that?
I'm not sure. I'm ready for anything right now. I've been practicing all my different ones.
You're a sideline reporter. Y'all don't
I didn't know what that meant. I think it's all about who the person is. You know what I mean? It's not about the oil pattern. It's about who's throwing that ball. And as long as I'm behind one of them and Chris is behind one of them, we're gonna be just fine.
Oil patterns?
Yeah, I'm kind of with Kevin, you know. Oil pattern, I say the same thing every time I bowl on the scorpion pattern. 42 feet in length. Let me show you how these players are going to try to strike on this oil pattern. The pros, they're going to start from in and throw it to the right. And the more the lanes break down, the further in they'll move, the further right they'll throw it. But I look for the NBA players to try to get the ball into the 1-3 pocket. Stand right, throw left.
Durant goes Brooklyn. Wait, what oil? What oil?
It's a strike.
It's all that matters.
And that's two. That's two for my man Kevin Durant this game.
Oh, so it's D-Wade, and now it's
That's
your man
right.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I'm feeling like
Hey,
this
Mitch,
You're one of those.
I need you to go with the charity stripe right here. I need a foul.
Need a foul?
Yeah.
I know it's been a while since I fouled.
Right now,
It
TJ.
pops up on TV. I've seen it
Yeah,
happen.
TJ's dropping
I've
some.
seen it
TJ's
too.
trying to do what he can to get his team back in
He's
this.
trying to get into the dome of Mitch Beasley because they're getting slaughtered right now.
That's not going to help Tommy.
Trouble. That's big trouble.
Three straight strikes for Team Durant Beasley.
Now they're doing it to Tommy.
Oh, man.
Got him, too.
Ooh, that's going to be a tough one.
Can you make that one? Yeah, too long.
That's him talking to LeBron James right there. Tommy right now knows his evening is about to come to a close, and he's getting as much celebrity time as he can.
And Tommy is no stranger, or he is not shy to trash talking. He'll dish it out with the best of them.
I got good vibes about TJ this season on the tour, by the way. Just want to go on record with my vast amounts of bowling knowledge.
I think he'll be ready. I think you're right.
I do too. I do too.
All right, come on.
So he backed it up. All right, let's see what Dwayne, the gold medal winner, has in his back pocket here.
Well, he's in a must-strike situation, and I'm not sure D-Wade knows it.
or cares.
Or cares. Looks good. Hang on.
That's got life. Hey, comes down there with some speed.
Right down the middle.
What a phenomenal NBA player, though, isn't he? Fun to watch, too. A real gentleman, great to watch, great ambassador for the NBA.
Led the Miami Heat to the 06 NBA title, earning finals MVP honors in the process. Three-time All-Star from Marquette University.
Hang on.
Great pickup. Such a humble, talented athlete, a wonderful representative for USA basketball, for the NBA, for the Miami Heat. Kevin Durant, pick up ball and throw. There's no warming up. There's no messing around. No thinking about it. Just drop 9.
And I like that because he's not standing over it too long. He can't stand there and get nervous.
I bet you that one moves.
He's loose.
Well, his back may lock up. He's got to get down so low to throw that ball.
6'9".
Man.
And no longer Seattle Supersonics.
That's right.
Oklahoma City Thunder.
And you know, I love this 6'9", 215. They list him as a shooting guard or a small forward. That's how talented he is.
How about some bowling skills?
Not bad.
2 spares in this match.
Durant Beasley move on to match number 2. Up next, Rudy Gay and Doug Kent. Is our coverage of the Chris Paul PBA Celebrity Invitational presented by the brands of Ebonite International rolls on from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. We'll be back to AMF Winston-Salem lanes and ESPN's continuing coverage of the Chris Paul PBA Celebrity Invitational, and the PBA season kicks off with a major next week in Wichita, Kansas. The PBA World Championship moves to North Rock Lanes, which has hosted numerous PBA events in the past. Norm Duke will be on hand to defend his title with Chris Barnes against his defense of the PBA Player of the Year award. And then the week after, Omaha, Nebraska, one of our favorite venues, Thunder Valley, the Pepsi Viper Championship. But we're joined now by the man who made this all possible. It looks like, I can't tell, but I think Dwayne and company are having a little bit of fun and a little sporting activities going on out there.
Oh, yeah, we're having a lot of fun. These guys have really come out for a great event. I'm extremely grateful for them and bowling. You know, these guys know me, and they know that's what I love to do, so I'm happy they're here enjoying it.
Who's the best bowler in the NBA? We're talking to
Well,
him?
I'm a little biased. Yeah, I'm going to have to say the guy sitting next to you. You know what I mean? That's what I do. I tell people all the time that basketball is something I just do just because. Bowling is really my passion.
Basketball just to pay the bills, huh? Is that what you're telling me?
I'm a professional bowler.
Yeah, I like that attitude. Well, maybe Randy's got some pointers for you as we take a look at the updated brackets. And your Olympic gold medal winning teammate, Dwayne Wade, has been sent to the showers early. What were your thoughts on Dwayne's performance?
D-Wade, he did all right. You know what I mean? He did all right, but, you know, it wasn't enough. You know, it's just like in the NCAA tournament in the playoffs to survive and advance, and he didn't do either one of those.
What do you think about Kevin Durant's performance thus far, Chris?
KD not looking too bad.
Not bad, huh?
Here you go right here.
He's keeping it right around the head pin and keeping the ball in play. Had 2 strikes and 2 spares in the opening match, and his team almost bowled 200.
Yeah, he liked to dance, you know, when he throws strikes and stuff like that.
Well, you know, if I were to describe his style, I'd have to go back to the late, great NBA announcer Chick Hearn, who used to say the old bunny hop in the pea patch anytime somebody would travel. It kind of looks like KD's form there a bit.
Yeah, you know, KD is going to have to show, you know, some endurance in this thing, though, because in order for him to win it all, that means he's going to have to win this match, then he's going to have to beat LeBron, and then he's going to have to beat me, and we know that's not happening.
Now, we were talking before we came on, some of the other guys in the NBA who are pretty good bowlers who will consistently talk smack to you before tip-off. We go to Detroit.
Yeah, Rashid, Big Sheed. You know, that's a really good friend of mine. Somebody I've always looked up to. Look at Rudy.
So what will Rashid say to you before tip-off?
Oh man, before tip-off, Sheed always comes up to me and is like, when we going bowling? You know, so maybe when we go to Detroit this year, hopefully we'll get in early and I can go to the lanes with him.
A little Wake Forest Tar Heel showdown over there on that one too, huh? A couple levels. Now, who do you watch as far as the professionals are concerned on the PBA Tour?
I watch all these guys. You know, I'm a huge Chris Barnes fan. I'm a little biased there with Chris. I watch Mr. Kent, you know, and Tommy, all those guys. It's been crazy. Sean Rash also.
You ever watch me on TV, Chris?
Yeah, you know, I see you guys all the time.
Thanks. On what, classics or something? Yeah, thank you.
Well, here's one guy you haven't seen on TV, Mitch Beasley. This is his
first time ever
television debut. This guy spent 20 years in the Air Force.
Are you serious?
Yeah. First full year was last season, and this season he's going to be full-time again. He kept his exempt status by staying in the top 40, keeping his exemption.
Now, what is that in his bowling ball?
That right there is actually the weight block. See that there? It's a clear urethane cover stock, and that's just the weight block.
It doesn't look right, though. I'm with you.
Do you remember the movie Kingpin?
Yeah.
Bill Murray had that same cover stock, but inside was a rose.
Yeah. I remember that. I know what you're talking about.
Made specifically or especially for Bill Murray.
Now, Kevin Durant's style is step up and shoot.
Yeah, KD don't waste no time.
No, he's bowling like he's got a date he's got to get to. Look at that. What's it like going against him? You know, as he goes into his second year next season, how much of a force was he in his rookie year?
Man, unbelievable. Unbelievable. He's a great player. I'm one of his biggest fans because, you know, when you're around a lot of guys in the NBA, you see all different types of people, but he's someone who really loves to play.
Nice pickup on the spare, too. A little shake.
Yeah, he really loves to be in the gym, and he's a good person to be around. And
he loves to be in the gym?
Yeah, he loves to be in the gym. You know what I mean? It's not just during the season. He loves to play basketball. And
you're talking the basketball gym, not the weightlifting gym.
I might do that, too.
Hey, I'm not knocking him, but what he's doing is working.
Exactly. Rudy's stupid, man.
Who was he yapping at?
He was listening to the trophy of mine.
Hey, that's an impressive trophy, by the way.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That thing's heavy.
Yeah, it would look real nice in my living room.
Hey, odds are it's going to be in your living room. I like how you have conveniently stacked your roster here. You got some NBAers who are good bowlers, but when you look at the averages before the seeding, it wasn't close, man.
I mean, you know,
I
do what I can do when I can do it, you know.
Hey, tell us how you got your start in bowling. It goes back to mom and dad.
Oh, yes. My dad used to bowl in leagues and used to take me and my brother to the lanes. For Christmas, my senior year in high school, Christmas present to me and my brother, they gave me a bowling ball, which was red, white, and blue, like the old ABA-style basketball. And my brother's was a brown bowling ball that looked like a regular basketball, and it had Michael Jordan's autograph on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Still have it?
Yes. Don't bowl with it anymore because I'm a little bit beyond that now.
He's way more technical. He's got the balls that have the technology in them.
Yeah, I'm serious about this thing.
It's all about equipment, isn't it? You have to have the right equipment today, or you can't bowl on as heavy as the oil is on the lanes that we bowl on today. If you try to use the older stuff, it never hooks.
Right.
Dougie Fresh going for the 10-pin, not a problem. Former player of the year.
They make that look way too easy.
Well, one of your idols, Michael Jordan, and he stepped away from basketball, picked up another professional sport. Is professional bowling seriously in your future down the road?
I would love to. Seriously.
Like hit the tour and go to Wichita and Omaha with us?
Let's do it. I'm with it. Let's see. Hopefully that's a long time from now.
It's a lot of bowling.
It is, isn't it?
It's a lot of. Yeah, I'm new at this, but I'm watching Randy. Randy will tell me, he's like, man, my hand, my thumb,
yeah,
my knees.
I don't think people realize how strenuous this is because the ball isn't light, pause, and it's tough.
Hey, Chris, you know, there's always been an argument as to whether or not bowling is a sport or should be considered a sport. Would you consider professional bowling a sport?
No question about it. No question about it. You know, it takes a lot of concentration, takes a lot of skill, a lot of practice. You know, it's all repetition, but you know, there's pressure that has to do with it too. You know, it's tough when you're getting up in front of all these people with the spotlight on you. You know, you down 22 pins on the 10th frame. I'd rather be on the free throw line than in front of 10 pins.
Now, after this, your friend LeBron James and his partner Jason Couch step up here as the #2 seeds. What kind of a bowler is LeBron?
I'm interested to see how Bron does, because it's one thing that nobody can ever question about him, and that's that he's a competitor. You know what I mean? He doesn't care what it is, badminton, anything like that. I mean, it's bowling, so he's competitive. So make sure y'all zoom in on his facial expressions and stuff like that, because if he don't throw a strike, he gonna be mad.
Dwayne Wade had the expressions going as well.
Yeah, they competitors.
Now,
Rudy Gay going with the heat.
Now, LeBron has a bowling alley in his house. Have you ever been to Chateau James?
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it. Pretty impressive too.
Does it get used?
It's fairly new. You know what I mean? So we haven't had the opportunity, but I'm sure at some point we'll do that.
Yeah, he'll be able to take you on his home court. This is your home turf.
Yeah, this is my home turf right
here. You kind of grew up at.
Look out.
Ooh, Doug Kent.
Uh-oh, Doug.
That's shades of Dwayne Wade.
Oh, no.
They got a little wide. It hit the oil. Right now, Doug Kent looking to convert the 1-2-4-6-10.
We have the stinker.
We're talking, speaking of oil, we're talking oil patterns earlier to Kevin Durant. Kevin had no clue what oil was, much less on a bowling lane.
Yeah.
How about that? He's just here being a good buddy.
So when you throw a straight ball, all you got to do is get up there and let it ride.
You got it. Hey, Chris Paul, we really appreciate you having us here, joining us in the booth, and you got to get ready. You're the #1 seed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you guys, man. I appreciate everything.
Thanks, Chris.
Anytime, Chris. tight one here. Rudy Gay, Doug Kent taking on Durant and Beasley, the winners, to move on to face LeBron James and Jason Couch. The conclusion of match number 2 when we return to Winston-Salem. And welcome back to ESPN's continuing coverage of the Chris Paul PBA Celebrity Invitational. That is the hardware that we were discussing with Chris in our last segment that the winner will receive. And our thanks go out to Bob Reed in attendance here today, the Vice President of Marketing for Ebonite International. Nice crowd here at AMF Winston-Salem Lanes, the bowling center that Chris Paul grew up rolling the rock at.
I am officially
a big fan of him now.
A huge Chris Paul fan.
I had a feeling that would happen. Yeah.
What a nice guy. Down to earth.
Well-spoken.
Just a regular guy. Loves the sport of bowling.
And folks, I mean, you couldn't see him in his comments, but there was no rolling of the eyes. You know, there were no sneers. This is a guy who's legitimately passionate about this sport.
That's kind of funky. Honestly, I'll let you have this lane. I will.
Mitch Beasley was on the left lane for the first match, and him and Kevin Durant won. Now he's on the right lane, and we saw Tommy Jones struggle on the right lane, and Mitch Beasley has yet to strike on that right lane.
His team of Durant Beasley yet to strike, period, in this match.
But they're only 10 down.
Started with an open frame in the first.
Away, partner.
And then nothing but spares in frame 2 through 6. Here's...
Do you remember the late great announcer for the Lakers, Chick Hearn?
Yes, absolutely.
Watch the little bunny hop in the pea patch right here. There it is. You see it?
Come on. Nice. Gets them all. You know, he's got the designer jeans.
There we go.
He's got the hoop shoes on, the hat at a tilt, and he's bowling some serious balls today.
And he looks like he's seriously having a really good time.
Whenever you succeed, you should have a good time, right? I don't care what it is. But Rudy Gay's having fun, too, here as well. Strike, open frame, strike so far for Gay. Not bad. Here he is in the 7th. Ooh, that one leaked out on him to the right.
Well, the heckling has started again. I don't know who the catalyst is. Is it LeBron or is it Chris?
I think it is. There's LeBron who says his stuff and then he kind of lays low.
Right in the downswing.
Oh,
LeBron says something and he catches it.
Are we in South Bend? The chants of Rudy kind of echoing.
That is so funny.
This is great.
And they have perfect timing.
Looks good. Oh, just missed. The head kick.
It's LeBron. Has to be LeBron.
Yeah, absolutely. And remember, Chris Paul was saying, hey, when LeBron rolls, watch his facial expressions.
Rudy's asking for some bowling courtesy.
I'm pretty sure there's no courtesy today here in Winston-Salem.
Pretty sure that's gone.
Yeah, and has been departed for a while. Doug Kent, nice form, curls in. Not the result he's looking for.
Struggling for Doug Kent continues. Made that 5-count washout the last time he was up. I was looking to convert a split.
2 seasons ago, the player of the year on the tour. Come on, yeah!
How's that?
That gets Rudy Gay up off the chair.
Makes the 5-count washout, converts the 210. Keep this match close.
10 pins separating the 2 teams. Chris Beasley spent the first 15 years of his service in the Air Force as an aircraft mechanic. Was all over Europe, Middle East, Asia. Crew chief on the C-130s, which you are familiar with.
Nice. Beauty. This guy made sure the C-130 Hercules,
that's what we're talking about,
were able to fly, and those are the same aircraft that they send in for the Hurricane Hunters.
His first full year on the tour was last season. He did all right by his standards. You know, keeping his proverbial card is not all he was hoping for. Saying this year, you know, my goal is top 20. Over the course of the next 5 years, my goal is Player of the Year.
Yeah, and he finished 33rd, kept his card without a problem. And, you know, it looks to me like Kevin Durant goes up to bowl so quickly that the guys don't have a chance to heckle him.
Yeah, they have to be pre-prepared on their heckling. And I think if there is heckling, Kevin's just oblivious to it.
How's that?
Get it!
It's got solid.
Durant is on. Come on, KD. K smooth. Durant, open frame. Spare, spare, strike, spare. 19-pin advantage.
All right, listen for the heckling now.
Oh yeah, he's looking LeBron's way right there.
Oh yeah.
See now they're
Rudy's
Rudy's head.
now.
That one was in a rush to get there.
LeBron is beside himself.
Now Chris Paul has joined the fray as well. And Mitch Beasley is right there on the edge of it, playing the role of which guy doesn't belong. That's a good pickup.
Nicely done.
Rudy spins and gets right in his friends' faces. Yeah, break it down. Rudy Gay's got a great personality.
Doug Kent has to strike out here to give his team a chance.
That's right. I keep forgetting we're actually in a match.
Yeah, we actually have a match going on here, Rob. Hey, follow me.
I will.
Follow along, will you?
Carry on.
Carry on.
Gets it.
Well, he let 5-count wash out, then he follows up with a 210, and you just had a feeling that Doug was getting a little bit closer with each shot, and right there he struck. 2 more for 178 would force Beasley to mark on the tough right lane.
It's good analysis. It's early in the season.
Hey, buddy, I'm just trying to get into midseason form and catch up. You've been working all year.
You're there. Doug Kent trying to get in midseason form. He says he's got a lot of physical conditioning to go before he heads to Wichita. He's starting to get it on now. Starting to get dialed in.
What was that?
These guys should be invited every week on the tour. Let's see if we can get Rudy Gay to travel. Is that in our budget? Kent. Got it! Little fist bump and an explosion.
You know, the one thing that the PBA players can learn from the NBA players tonight, in this match, in this event, is how to celebrate.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'd like to see more emotion.
The NBA guys, they celebrate way cooler than we do. Needs a mark. That's a good mark.
So Kent and Gay concluded with a 178.
KD and MB are moving on.
A little upset, the 4 seed. Moves on. The King is next. LeBron James and Jason Couch take to the wood when we return to Winston-Salem.
The Lumber Liquidators PBA Tour on ESPN is brought to you by Bayer. The more you know, the more you trust Bayer. By Prescription Flomax. By CLR. All kinds of dirty, one kind of clean. And by the United States Bowling Congress. Ensuring the integrity and protecting the future of the sport of bowling. Bowl with us.
We welcome you back to the home bowling center for Chris Paul, the AMF Winston-Salem Lanes, and our continuing coverage of the Chris Paul PBA Celebrity Invitational. We take an updated look at our brackets. In the 4 seed, the team of Kevin Durant of the Oklahoma City Thunder and Mitch Beasley, who had never been on television until today, with an upset, taking down the 3 seed and moving on to take on the team of Jason Couch and some, I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it LeBron James?
Just call him the King.
Oh, the King, LeBron James. Kevin Durant up first. Durant does not mess around. He gets ball and he throws it. And he's doing really well tonight.
And it's all about having the right partner, isn't it?
Now, he was able to pick up more than his fair share of spares in the last couple games. Let's see what kind of tone Durant can set early. Durant, the 2nd overall pick of the 07 draft by Seattle, was Rookie of the Year last year in Seattle. Now playing in Oklahoma City, gets it.
And, you know, his game might not look like much, but there's one thing that he's really got going in his favor. He's got a very straight arm swing, and he's able to deliver the ball online.
Right lane. Yeah.
Oh, it's on me?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Jason Couch coaching LeBron James.
LeBron going after
Does he have the chalk? He's got the chalk. Watch out. Yeah! Best use of chalk. Your winner, LeBron James. May have set off a smoke alarm.
Don't worry about my face. Don't worry about it. Just worry about this ball. That bird gonna catch it, though.
Oh, this is great. Let's see what the King has. Oh, no! Oh, pounds the 7th pin.
Now, what kind of powder is that? Is that rosin or baby powder? What is that?
It's, you know, it's all over his hat.
It's got it all over his hand. Now, if that's rosin, we're lucky that that ball actually came out of his hand.
Pick it up. Pick it up.
Oh, boy. No, James was doing a lot of smack talking. Now, turnabout is fair play. Much better. Oh!
Pick it up. Hey, boy, that was it. Huh? Oh.
Someone's going to have to get him a new hat. I'm sure he has somebody on his staff that is totally in charge of just his hats. Some in his eyes?
He's got it on his face.
That's wonderful. Here's his partner, Jason Couch. These two hang out frequently in the offseason.
They do?
Oh, they just met today. Lefty from Florida.
We haven't seen Jason for a while. He had knee surgery. He's back.
All right, baby.
And he said, you know, today will really be the true test to see how well I can perform, the pressure, the bright lights. He said he's not 100%. He says it's probably as good as it's going to get. I can relate. I had knee surgery back in 1991, and it just never, it'll never be the same. We'll see how he performs. He's got a lot of work to do this season.
Probably the most NBA knowledgeable guy on the PBA tour. Lives outside of Orlando. Huge fan of the Magic and Dwight Howard.
Oh, that's what y'all going for. Is that community? Is that cheeseburger and french fries?
Beasley, who
I got number 2.
lives about 30 minutes south of Seattle. A city that is missing an NBA franchise. Just doesn't seem right that there's no NBA in Seattle.
Oh, I thought you meant Puyallup, where he's from.
No, they also do not have a franchise.
Get him, boy.
Although they are on the expansion list.
That's what we're talking about.
Mitch Beasley just put it to him.
So spare strike for Durant Beasley. And there's LeBron, who threw an open frame 9 in the first. Kevin Durant went 8 spare in the first frame. Here he is in the third. Getting that straight arm release. Try to Brooklyn it.
He keeps it in play. That straight arm keeps it in play. You know, as tall as Kevin is, if he really started to use that wingspan and got that backswing up over his head, he could probably bring it about 30 miles an hour down the lane.
We overheard some of these NBAers a couple games ago saying, man, look how far back these guys bring it. You know, watching Kent and Couch and stuff through warm-ups, and you know, these guys are getting a greater respect for the sport. All right, here's.
Now you would think LeBron would have an advantage because he has bowling lanes in his house.
Right down the middle, bowling him down.
home in Bath Township, Ohio, includes a barbershop and a bowling alley. Right down the middle.
Pretty good form here. He has good balance, of course, because he's a great athlete, but I think I'd change shoes. Get a little more slide. Something that looks a little bit better.
So things looking up for Team LeBron. Couch, open frame, and then a spare, and then a strike. Here they are in the fourth. Back-to-back jab. That is the thrill of a lifetime for Couch.
And what a perfect matchup for Jason. I mean, he's no stranger to trash talking and giving it. LeBron right there with him. And yeah, the ultimate for him, being able to slap lows and high fives with LeBron James.
You know, Jason was talking to his wife Kim earlier in the evening, saying, whenever he's within 10 yards of me, just take pictures. Who knows? He might communicate with you. They're a good team, I'll tell you.
Funny hit again.
Couch and James. But Beasley and Durant have a wonderful show so far through this tournament as the 4 seed.
An unusual situation for Durant and Beasley. They're actually trailing, although it's still early. And then Mitch Beasley going to his crystal ball again for the spare.
Beasley's favorite NBA team, the Spurs and the Celtics. Loves Tim Duncan and also LeBron James, who he's bowling against right now. Good pickup.
All right, come on, partner.
So Kevin Durant steps up, down 11 pins as we begin the 5th frame. This won't take long.
There we go.
Now this is going to challenge him. I'm not sure he's got this one in his arsenal.
You got that?
He's looking at it like, what do I do?
Hey, good luck, boy. Thank you, sir.
Well, 4-6-10. Good luck, Kevin.
Does the smart thing.
Does the smart thing. He goes for the count. I'm impressed.
That's all right. Good try.
Get that shit in the though.
This place gets quiet when LeBron steps up.
Kevin says, I never leave that on Wii.
Oh, no.
Not good. On a double. Kevin rooting for him. Not good. Pick it up.
Pick it up. Talent. That's what I do. Get one. Get one. That boy good. That boy good. Pick it up.
Chris Paul is telling us, watch.
Just to keep people interested.
Watch the face of LeBron. Listen to him. He is a competitor in everything he does. From the right side to the left side.
I just like to keep people interested.
Opening the door back up for us.
Well, talk about momentum swing. You just had it right there.
Just a little bit. Let's see if Jason Couch can bring it back. 15 tour titles on his resume for Couch. That's why.
Boy, Jason
like that. He's got the crowd on his side, too.
Come on, baby.
And another slap with LeBron. It is a sit-pin outing. LeBron stealing the show right now. His team needs to pick it up. The conclusion of our semifinal match when we return to Winston-Salem. We welcome you back to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and the Chris Paul PBA Celebrity Invitational. I want to remind you to head to PBA.com to join the Lumber Liquidators PBA Tour's official fantasy bowling league. The league will award weekly prizes along with a grand prize winner, and it's free to join. So sign up today to ensure your lineup is set by October 21st when the season starts. Remember, you can't win if you don't play. Visit PBA.com. Beasley and Durant lead by 6 as they begin their 6th frame. Working off an open frame.
This makes it look easy, doesn't it? First timer on television. Gets up there and throws really good shots. He's been doing it all day.
So is this guy, Kevin Durant. He's starting to lose it a little bit now.
Kevin Durant's approach almost as fast as Patrick Allen's. Doesn't take any time. And still getting heckled. I was kidding. He's not.
He's got you.
Patrick Allen's a little slower.
Slow left.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay, keep up.
I'm just keeping my eyes on LeBron. I just want to see what he's doing. And I am not in the minority here. This entire place is pretty much watching LeBron whenever the ball is not on the wood. They're down 8, or rather up 8, as they begin their 7th.
Look out.
Blows it up.
You know, if I didn't know any better, I would swear that LeBron has joined a PBA Experience League because he's figured out this scorpion pattern, my friend.
Oh, nice.
How about
kick.
that? Trip 4. Come on.
I love the double slap. Jason is enjoying himself.
Yeah, call in the left hand. What's up with that?
He looks good, too. His form looks good. His ball roll is as strong as ever.
Man.
I think now for Jason Couch, it's just some confidence
All the left hand
to
on us.
kickstart his year and get it off on the right track.
Needed strike.
20 years in the Air Force, obviously this kid learned how to bowl. Now getting an opportunity to do it on the PBA Tour, and Mitch looks ready. He looks ready for the season opener. Kevin's starting to get a little frustrated.
Yeah, it's starting to slip away from him. And I wonder who found these bowling jerseys. I mean, it's not a whole lot of 6'9", 6'10" PBAers out there.
I'm surprised they found any that fit. Look out.
Oh, LeBron James has a chance to bowl a hambo.
Oh, God.
Come on, LeBron.
Drop now. Go home now.
You know what would have been even better is if he would have struck and then looked up at you and said,
and gave me a crotch shot and said, here's
I
your
said,
hambo.
I got your hambo, Rob. This match all but over, folks. LeBron James, Jason Couch, taking it to Kevin Durant and Mitch Beasley.
So the
This
one
is just
seed
academic.
versus 2, yeah, 1 seed versus 2 seed in our finals. Oh boy,
Doesn't matter.
oh, what happened there?
Strike on out.
So Couch, as there's Kevin Durant getting some much needed nutrition. I'm sure that's part of the NBA diet.
You think maybe he's trying to plug his sponsor?
Who got next?
That's enough to advance Jason Couch. And LeBron James will take on
LeBron is like, whoa, hold on, little man, I got your back. But don't be talking too much now.
Wait for this my whole life, boy.
Oh, this is going to be a great final.
This is going to be a great better.
Yeah, he's hitting. Jason is thoroughly enjoying the double slap. This is great.
Taking 2 Chris's down in one night.
Couch, a huge NBA fan, talking smack before this match is even done. That's why he LeBron James and his partner Jason Couch move on to take on the #1 seed and your host for this event, Chris Paul, who will be paired up with reigning PBA Player of the Year winner Chris Barnes. LeBron James, Chris Paul, head-to-head, 1v1 next from Winston-Salem. Welcome back to the Lumber Liquidators PBA Tour. Chris Paul, PBA Celebrity Invitational, coming your way from the AMF Winston-Salem lanes, the lanes that family grew up bowling on. That is Chris's family. Dad Charles, Mom Robin, and his brother CJ, a wonderfully talented family. Chris Paul, and this great weekend here in Winston-Salem. One of the many events they put on was a basketball clinic today at the YWCA. Boys and girls ages 8 through 13 invited. See some hands-on training. Rudy Gay, that's a mismatch down low.
He's slamming.
And then
he's slamming on the poor kid.
The taunt.
And then taunting.
Great atmosphere, encouraging sportsmanship and fun. And Chris Paul's NBA head coach, Byron Scott, in attendance, and he knows what kind of quality individual he has on his team.
The biggest thing is, he's coming back to his hometown. He's giving back to the community in a number of ways, which makes me very proud of him. But that's Chris Paul. That's the type of person he is. So it wasn't nothing that I didn't expect from him when we got him.
Chris putting on a wonderful presentation here in Winston-Salem as we take a look at our Geico Championship recap.
Match number 1. Kevin Durant and Mitch Beasley take down Dwayne Wade and Tommy Jones by the score of 199 to 141.
Not a huge upset, but match 2, a little bit more so, Randy.
And match 2 was pretty tight for the most part. Mitch Beasley taking on Doug Kent and Rudy Gay. Well, they do the same kind of thing. They beat them down 190 to 178, but then they run into the king, LeBron James and Jason Couch. They dispose of Beasley and Durant, 175 to 132.
And we are set for our title showdown. And Chris Paul and Chris Barnes had a showdown earlier in the day on this hardwood, and things didn't go so well for one of the Chris's. And I think we all know who won and out in this one-on-one. Yeah, it wasn't even close. Rob Stone, Randy Peterson back with you here in Winston-Salem as we get set for our title match of the Chris Paul PBA Celebrity Invitational. Updated look at the brackets. Tournament presented by the brands of Ebonite International, and it's LeBron James, Jason Couch taking on the team of Chris and Chris. Chris Paul, runner-up as the NBA MVP last year, and his partner Chris Barnes. Here's Chris Paul. That's how you start.
Somebody's got some game. Careful, don't hurt Chris Barnes. And LeBron's not even amused.
No.
I'm supposed to practice that back there.
You can't.
Great improv.
Jump right into your stomach.
Y'all been together for 7 days, and that's all y'all came up with?
Come on now, your turn.
2 minutes, man.
Your turn.
That's all I'm saying.
Sorry.
2 minutes.
Oh,
yeah! 2 minutes.
And you thought you were all that. And you thought you were all that. Yeah.
There's a lot of speed, velocity behind this shot. Slaps him silly, and then slaps his partner twice.
Your patty cake.
Is Couch talking smack to Chris Paul now?
Oh, of course.
Couch has got to be careful.
He doesn't hold back.
No, that's the host.
I might as well hug and kiss next time.
Nah.
The way you schooled him on the court today, you should. That was pretty impressive right there.
So we open up with 2 strikes. Couch trying to follow his partner, LeBron James.
You know what he got.
Woo! Dancing on the edge. Crap and give me 10.
Butt strikes. He ain't got nothing but strikes. He ain't got nothing but strikes.
You all right? You all right?
Now the pressure on the reigning PBA Player of the Year.
He ain't
Chris
got nothing
Barnes.
but fastball.
Everybody else is striked.
It's all right. It's all right. It's not early. It's early. It's first quarter. First quarter. First quarter. Can't move in them slack.
Did you hear that?
Oh, yeah.
That's great. Can't move in those slacks. Oh, that's wonderful.
Nigga for the tic-tac in his back pocket.
He said he can't. Did you hear that? He said he can't fit Tic Tacs in his back pocket. They're so tight. Ouch.
Hey, do you remember when he hosted Saturday Night Live?
I never saw that. He killed.
It's all right. I know. It's all right.
Oh, that dancing got you crazy.
Yeah.
My bad, my bad.
Chris Paul opened this title match off with a strike. His partner spared. Paul finds the pocket. Down! Where's that home? Where's that home lane advantage? Weeble wobble, weeble wobble. I want to.
It gets hit twice and still doesn't go down. Chris is like, come on, you got to be kidding me.
By the way, LeBron nailed the impersonation of a pin.
Well done. Yeah, he did.
Did he? That's a nice pickup by Paul. Let's see what LeBron has. If he can back up his acting. Team LeBron and Couch. Strike through the first 2 frames.
Hey, it's a lot of room on the right and the left. A lot of room on the right and left. Yeah, boy.
Got it. Nothing but marks so far with James and Couch.
Who the DJ? Right there. Who the DJ? What are you doing?
I'm about to get on.
The champ is here. Play that no more. The DJ.
You already know that.
Downright disrespect.
I ain't got to look.
Settle down.
I ain't got to look. I already know what's about to happen.
Ouch. Oh, yeah. The #1 seed in danger early. LeBron James, Jason Couch with a 9-pin advantage. The conclusion of the Chris Paul PBA Celebrity Invitational when we return.
Lumber Liquidators PBA Tour on ESPN is brought to you by Etonic, the official footwear of the PBA. By Motel 6, the official lodging partner of the PBA. By the brands of Ebonite International, building the best brands in bowling. And by Lumber Liquidators, hardwood flooring for less.
There's a look at Chris Barnes, the reigning PBA Player of the Year. He and Walter Ray Williams Jr. really went back and forth all season. In fact, it was Walter Ray who ended up winning the points leader list, but not Player of the Year.
Chris Barnes won it based off of shows and wins. Chris had the most amount of shows. Walter Ray right behind him in that category.
Barnes led the tour last season in match play appearances, cashes, TV appearances, and was going to show you second in points and average. There's a strike. Had a chance to talk to him today just about how busy his summer was. You know, hey, what were some of the perks of winning Player of the Year? Celebration. He said about 30 extra travel days. That doesn't sound like much of a perk. It sounds like more work.
LeBron not impressed with their celebration at all.
I think it's going to take a lot to impress something that LeBron didn't do. I don't mean that in a bad way.
Go ahead. Yeah, do your thing.
All right, here's Chris Paul. He's been strike, 9 spare. So he is in the 5th. Kind of an interesting release for Paul.
Well, he's actually, he has the technique right where he gets his hand cupped underneath the bowling ball and then just kind of uncups it on the lane. So he's got the best technique in terms of release, more so than any of the other NBA players.
Not a whole lot of power.
It's actually got good ball roll. It's a little end over end, a little forward, but very good ball roll.
Such a soft release, you know. It doesn't look like it can generate much, but it gets himself to spare.
worry about what I'm doing over here.
That's right, Chris. I like that.
Oh!
We've already seen King for a frame.
So LeBron strike, 8 spare. Here he is in the 5th.
Load another strike.
He and his partner up 9.
Always throwing strikes. Strike him. Oh, man.
Here's the 7.
Baby. Go home. 7, that's tough. It's so close to the gutter. But then it's all that black stuff over there to the right.
A little encouragement from Chris Paul.
But you shouldn't have a problem.
As the host, that's kind of his duty.
Yeah, you should. You knock it out.
Just that one?
It's nothing. Just that one.
Just that one. Bring her on home.
Aim straight for the right
Not
corner.
a spare ball.
Bring her on home.
LeBron's repertoire here.
Yeah, when you're throwing it straight and about 100 miles an hour, you really don't need a spare ball.
Bring her on home.
Yeah. Chris Paul upset that his adversary missed that one. Too bad. Huh?
And LeBron not amused at all in the lead.
Wide left. Wide left.
Has just shifted over into the Chris squared camp.
CP3 and
Laces
Chris
were out.
Barnes.
I want that one.
Jason Couch. It's been nothing but strikes in this championship match.
Look out.
3 in a row for Couch. Here we go. Here we go.
We going to Sizzler, and you can have none.
I don't know about that one. What do you think, Rob?
It's a gamble. It's a gamble.
He got an angel on his back.
Oh, we know that.
What did you hit a rock?
That's just T8.
Barnes back on track. That's his 2nd straight strike.
Y'all already know what we about to do.
The ups on Barnes.
Y'all already know what we about to do.
He's getting up like at least, what, 3-4 inches?
You know what you got to do.
I know.
Now, Chris Paul looking to
better
extend
strike
the
out.
lead to 13.
My shoe came undone.
Lace.
Hey, we need an official on this now. Can he get that shot over?
Is it his tournament?
Because it's all the way to the right,
I
but
think
it's so
the
much
answer is
black
yes.
on the left. So much. Oh, your Jordans came untied?
Yeah, they came untied.
Yeah. We don't have that problem at Nike.
Oh, man.
That's all right. You know what? But you live. Live to fight another day.
Go ahead.
Here's LeBron in the 7th, working off a strike from his partner, Couch, who has been nothing but strikes for him so far.
Stop doing that to me. Stop doing that. Come
That
on
one
now.
pin again,
Don't do
man.
that.
We got it this time, though.
Don't do that to me. Come on now. Go
That
home.
one pin again.
Go
There's no
home.
way he can miss 2 in a row.
No, he could never miss 2 in a row. I ain't never seen a boy miss 2 shots. I know he ain't gonna miss 2 one pin.
Got some serious reverse psychology going
Knock
on
it
right
down.
now.
Hurry up. Go ahead.
Perhaps I overanalyzed that a bit. For the spare in the 7th.
Yes, sir.
Let's go!
Showed some mad skills, Rob. LeBron is showing some mad skills.
We down by 9.
Yeah.
We're going into the 8th.
Well, you already
Start
know
the
what
8th.
you about to do.
Couch.
No pressure.
Strikes in the
This one,
2nd,
he won't
4th,
hit.
6th,
All
looking
of
for
them
one in the
fall
8th.
now. That's how good he is. That's all he wanted to do. He just wanted to make sure y'all know he's human. That's all.
Watch this ball just carved dead to the right.
Get too far behind.
Right.
Come on now.
Can't do that. Now Winston-Salem. Oh, Jerry.
I'm going to lay out again, Rob.
I think it's a good idea we both do that.
No, I don't know.
You might as well
It's
throw
all the
it
way
with
over
your right. You might
there.
as well throw it with your right hand.
I don't know about that.
I shoot a free throw with the left. You can throw it with the right.
That's too easy. I'll pick that spare up, baby. Pick that spare up. That spare up.
There's Barnes in the 8th. Down 7.
You're in trouble if you don't strike. You better strike. Yeah, we need that.
Gets it!
And that's huge to get his team back into this. Chris Paul coming out in the 9th frame, hoping to get a double. This strip 4 is really big.
You can take the lead right here, big boss.
Can we?
The number 1 seeds begin playing tonight.
Need some help.
What is wrong with this? What is going on here?
Didn't he mess this last time?
I'll tell you what, hey,
Getting robbed.
all the pins fall in Akron, Ohio. If this was in Akron, I don't know. Winston-Salem, they just stay on up, huh? That was a tough shot right there, too.
Nicely done.
LeBron mentioning Akron, Ohio, where he grew up. Jason Couch is telling us his wife is from Akron, Ohio, and they used to, when they were out on some dates, they would cuddle up to the local cable TV and watch LeBron play high school basketball.
Got in on a good note.
Might as well throw a strike. Don't nobody else believe in you, I do.
There's some magic in that guy in there.
I love you, girl. I love you. I swear to God, I love you, girl.
Sets his team up to win this whole.
Oh, that was clutch.
This whole event, LeBron comes back with just a beautiful shot right down the middle. Almost like he willed it there.
How am I supposed to follow that?
Just one more down.
This would be a huge upset. I'm not sure what the line in Vegas was on the LeBron James, Jason Couch versus Chris Paul, Chris Barnes match was, but a strike will do it for Couch. For the win. Got it!
Go ahead, strike on out. Do your thing, baby. Do you. Do you.
This ball needs to stay on the lane and they win.
4 on the shot.
Arms up. Deep zone.
One more. It's killing these boys.
You might as well throw this one with the right hand.
Well, Couch wasn't sure how his bowling would be today. I think he answered himself a lot of questions.
Rock solid.
And he goes righty. How about it? How about it? Yeah!
Now that's big right there. Go right hand. Go right handed on it. Go right handed on it. Go right hand on it. Go right hand on it. Go right hand on it.
I can't believe you struck.
Your winners,
That's what we do.
Jason Couch and LeBron James.
That's done. I told you I'll take care of you now. I'm going to take care of you now. I'll take care of you.
If I close out that.
Your next PBA event coming your way next week live on ESPN as we kick off the season with the major PBA World Championship. North Rock Lane in Wichita, Kansas, which has hosted numerous PBA events in the past. Norm Duke will be on hand to defend the title he won in Indianapolis last season.
Congratulations, guys. I know it had to be a big thrill for both of you, but Jason, especially for you, you watched LeBron play high school basketball. Tell us about the thrill it was for you to compete with LeBron.
I was never more than excited than last week when they called me and said, you're bowling with the king. And I said, well, that's a little bit of pressure, but it's a thrill. You know, I watched him play high school basketball, and it's just, he's so impressive, and it's just an honor to bowl with him.
LeBron, this is named after Chris Paul, and you come here to Winston-Salem and you take him down. Now, how much practicing were you doing at your home on your own bowling lanes?
No, I haven't practiced much at all. You know, I'm just, you know, I just play basketball for fun. It's just, you know, but that's what I do. I bowl. I mean, that's what I do.
Now, is it easier to beat him bowling or on the hardwood, playing hoops?
See, I don't know because, you know, Chris, he's such a competitor, man, and, you know, on the basketball court or, you know, here bowling. So, you know, anytime you get one up on Chris, man, it lasts forever because I know how bad he wanted to win, but I wanted to win bad too. So, you know, we won.
Congratulations, guys. Chris, if you could sum up this event for us, how would you put it into words?
We're protesting. We're protesting.
On what basis?
A lot. We'll get back to you on that. You know, they froze us out at one point, but no, I mean, they did a great job. It was a lot of fun. You know what I mean? We did that for TV. You know, we didn't want to win our own event.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because that'd be showing them up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
And since you're the host, that wouldn't be polite.
Exactly. So we let them win. So congratulations, fellas. Congratulations. You know.
All right, guys. Thanks for a great event. Congratulations to you guys. Great show out here. Back to you, Rob.
Chris Paul PBA Celebrity Invitational. The number 2 seed, LeBron James and Jason Couch, take down the host and the reigning PBA Player of the Year 214-195 in the title game. For Randy and our entire crew, I'm Rob Stone. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader